Well, it's here, the positive price sentiment we thought would come over the course of this weekend. We are seeing over 10% gains, and this is only the beginning as we move towards the Binance burns. And equally, is Coinbase getting ready to list Luna Classic? We're going to be taking a look at that, and I want to bring you some very interesting news around staking, so you are going to want to watch the whole of this video. But first, before we get into it, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel where we talk about cryptocurrency, Luna Classic, and everything else every single day. And do me a favor on this video, let's get the word out about Luna Classic, because we're about to see some pretty insane gains in my opinion. Let's leave 1,000 likes on this video. If every single person likes this video, it will get shared so much further on YouTube, and I appreciate every single one of your support with this. With that being said, let's dive into it. So currently looking at Luna Classic, we can see over 11% in gains. Our volume is starting to come up around the $500,000 mark. Excuse me, $500 million. And we do want to see this volume start to increase as we look towards these burns coming from Binance. Now, remember, these are buyback and burns, so they're going to be really, really interesting. But we are seeing our volume start to increase, which is exciting to see. We can see over a $2 billion market cap, and we can see the price is absolutely starting to move, which is always good to see. Now, we do also have and this for me is about the real sentiment and power of our community. So we know we've got the hashtag burns a lot movement going, which is absolutely insane. We're seeing some huge moves in terms of the burn, and we also have the Coinbase list Luna tweet. Look at this, 105,000 tweets. There's two things with this. One, it tells you how strong our community is, and two, it tells you how big the Luna Classic community is. So when you see these people saying, oh, it's dead and it's never going to do anything, they really need to understand how powerful the community is. And this Coinbase list Luna, you know, for me, and I can only give you my opinion on the matter, I think Coinbase would be foolish not to list Luna Classic, and gone of the days of this being a risk, in my opinion, of collapsing again. We're so far past that with all the utility that's coming, all the projects that are now coming back to this ecosystem. If you want a video on those projects, let me know and I will do one next. But there is so much more coming back to the ecosystem. So Coinbase, look, Coinbase would be a gigantic catalyst. There's two things really. One, we need to get Coinbase to re-enable their trading of Luna Classic. Second, we do need to get them to implement the burn tax or something similar to what we're seeing on Binance. But I don't think we're going to see anything in the next 24 hours. Everyone, every exchange, every big whale in crypto, everybody that's watching Terra Luna Classic right now is waiting to see what happens with these Binance buybacks and burns. And if that number is significant and the volume heads over there, then I think we will see some big moves next week from a lot of these exchanges getting onto the chain. Now, there's a really interesting article there where it talks particularly from cryptopolitan.com, talks particularly about Coinbase and what we're kind of going to get. So it says listing on top exchanges. The second important thing is to list of the coin on top exchanges, and we are on quite a few of them. You know, things like Binance US we need to get on with, and a few others. But it says one of the many reasons is the co-founder of Luna, Do Kwon, is still under investigation by Korean authorities. Now, there's a real interesting point here that if and when Do Kwon is arrested, does that mean that there's a sense of validity for Terra Luna Classic? Do we then see some price movement? I think people are already past that. I still believe that Do Kwon doesn't particularly have much, if any, control over it. Now, we know that parameter changes were put up. We know coding was sent up in the version 21 to update and enact things on the blockchain, therefore it doesn't need TFL. So it says, you know, a little bit more around rebuilding the Luna ecosystem, again, which we all do, and we know that the Terra Labs are on with Terra Rebel, excuse me, are on with this. Now, the big bit, the Coinbase and listing of Luna, says from the above discussion, it is crystal clear that sooner or later the Coinbase is going to list Luna. The only question is when are they going to list it? However, there are the other alternative ways as well. Back in 2021, the Shiba community signed a petition on change.org, and later it attracted more than 3 million people, and the demand was to list the coin on Robinhood Exchange. A few months later, it was listed on their platform. Similarly, the Luna community can sign a petition on change.org to list their coin there. There is many ways. We actually have one running right now to list on Robinhood, and I think, again, it's really interesting to see the power of the community. And you know, these exchanges right now in a bear market need volume, and out of all of these top tier cryptocurrency projects, Luna Classic is the one that is completely bucking the trend. All you've got to do is come onto CoinMarketCap and scroll down, and we're seeing lots of red. Yes, 2% on Bitcoin over the last week, 2% on BNB, 1.5% on Polygon Matic, 10% on Uniswap. So you get down, and we keep going down to 48% on Terra Luna Classic, with an insane move in volume coming up. So these big exchanges almost can't afford to not list it. So I definitely think we're going to see Coinbase as well as a few others list it. The question will be though, what are they going to do in terms of the burn tax? And I did commit, I would tell you a little bit about staking ratio, which I thought is interesting and definitely worthwhile noting. This is down nearly 1% over the course of the last week. What does that mean? It means people have removed Luna Classic away from the staking pool and put it back in, and we've then still seen the price move. So a lot of people again were questioning, well, when people pull their coins out of the staking, we're going to see the price dump. People are going to move away from it. What we're seeing is nearly a percent's worth of tokens have come out of the staking pool, and the price is going up. That's the reality of it. People are moving things around. People are supporting burn taxes. People are using some of these exchanges to support volume going through Binance, an example. So again, all of this comes together so that we cannot avoid the fact that we'll be listed on Coinbase. And interestingly, 21.07 billion ran through the Terra Luna network, which will be certainly a way for our burns. We can obviously check what the burns were. About 306 million Luna Classic burnt yesterday. And we look at the week, we're at 1.7 billion, which is absolutely insane. So we are seeing some big moves. This is increasing as well. We're about 200 million up on what we were last week. And this for me is only gaining momentum. So pretty exciting to see. It's going to be a crazy couple of days for Luna Classic. We all certainly want the price to go up, but we equally want the burns to come in. And Coinbase, well, it's only going to be a matter of time. But let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think Coinbase is going to list us? And I will catch you guys in the next video.